going on, everybody? I just want to start off the video by saying the introduction is a bit longer than normal due to me explaining a bit about my life. I'm excited to make these videos to document my college life and experiences in Arizona. Also, the first clip was shot at 7 in the morning on the first day of classes, so just cut me a little slack. I want to keep it authentic and real in these videos. I hope you enjoy. My parents are always asking me, like, oh, what are you doing right now? Or, what do you do at school? Sometimes they think I don't do a lot. I thought, well, while I'm away at school, because I'm from New York, my parents are in New York, and I'm going to school in Arizona, at Arizona State, I could make these videos and they could see what I'm doing. I am 23 years old. I have a 2-year degree in associates in engineering science from a community college back home in New York. COVID happened during 1 year, and that screwed up a year for me. And then I took another year to get into the engineering program. Then transferring from New York to Arizona, they tack on another year because they have 7 engineering electives. You can only take one at a time, so that's like an automatic 7 semesters, but I took one in the summer, so it's an automatic 6 semesters for me, which is 3 years. So I did my first whole sophomore year at Arizona State already, and 1 semester of my junior year. So this is spring 2025. It's the first day of class today, January 13th, 2025. Just got home from break. And yeah, I'm going to my first class right now. Automotive Systems Project 2. So I took Project 1 already. So Automotive Systems Project 2. PGR 316. By the way, I'm shooting this on a GoPro. I don't know how good it's going to look, but suctions it right to the windshield. It's good for now. No fancy camera, no nothing, just my GoPro. My parents got it for me for Christmas 2 or 3 years ago or something. I was supposed to have 2 classes today, which my schedule is a little I'm taking 4 classes this semester. My schedule is kind of all over the place. I have a class Monday from 9 to 10:15, and then nothing for 6 hours or something like that. And then I had a class from 4:30 to 6, I believe. So that's 6 hours to do nothing. But the thing that sucks is I live on not on ASU's Tempe campus, but the main ASU campus. I live 5 minutes from it. So my classes, because I'm a specific engineering major, I'm automotive engineering, my classes are on the Poly campus. So I have to drive 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back every day. Today I have a 9 a.m. as my first class, but I really have to wake up a lot earlier than other people to get to class. The other class tonight got canceled, so it's gonna be on a Zoom, which is great for me because then I can just go right back to my apartment in Tempe after this class. So I can go back, work out, do whatever else I'm gonna do. I don't really know how this is gonna look. I don't have it at any specific angle or anything. I might put it over there once I actually fiddle with it a little bit, but I didn't really have time this morning because I don't really want to be late on the first day of class. And then I can update you on a couple more little things when I'm done. All right, everybody. Just went to my first class. It went pretty good. I'm trying a different angle here. I don't know what angle I'm going to stick with. Before it was on the windshield, now it's on my visor. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll see what looks best. I think I'm going to get a microphone. I don't know how this is going to sound. I'm hoping it sounds okay. I have a GoPro Hero 10 Black, so it's somewhat new. It's pretty nice. But I hope it sounds good. But I might look at getting a microphone too, because I know these new GoPros, you can Bluetooth a microphone, just stick it right here or something. I might try that. But anyway, just went to my first class. I got a 35 to 40 minute drive home. On the drive home, I take like a different way because it's less miles on the car. And obviously that means less gas too. I notice a couple things in class nowadays when it comes to students or teaching styles or anything. I notice certain things. I'm studying automotive engineering, right? So a lot of the kids in the class like that are studying with me are interested in designing cars, engineering cars, but we all like 90% of the kids like cars with engines, like internal combustion engines. Like, so it's funny because I don't know if it's like Arizona State who's pushing like the EV, us to learn about EVs, or if it's, you know, that's the direction the industry is going. So, you know, they want to prepare us to know a lot about EVs, or it's just the professors that focus on the EV. I don't know, but 99% of the stuff that I've learned about in school so far is about EVs with cars, which is kind of interesting. It's funny because the professor today asked, he said, you know, do any of you drive an EV? Like, what do you guys drive? And no one raised their hand. And like, that to me just says like, you have a group of automotive students who want to learn about cars. We want to learn about engines, and like, that's just the heart of a car. It seems like they're kind of pushing like this EV thing on us. The other thing, that this is like one of my biggest pet peeves. This is crazy to me. And this has happened since I've gone to Arizona State. It never would happen at my community college, which is interesting. Kids, like students, talk while the professor's teaching. This is my biggest pet peeve. I can't stand it. Not only one, because I can't focus and I can't listen and pay attention to what the professor's saying, because there's a group of kids in the back that won't stop talking and they're being loud and this and that. But to me, it's a respect thing, especially on the first day. But it doesn't matter. Either way, if a professor's talking and trying to teach you something, like, you're paying to be there, bro. Sit there and listen. Like, don't talk. Like, it makes no sense to me. I don't know how these kids like grew up, but when I was in school, if you were talking while the professor was talking, not only is like an extremely disrespectful thing. Like, that's the ultimate sign of disrespect to me. That basically means like, you mean nothing. I'm gonna sit over here and talk while you talk, whatever. I don't care what you have to say. I'm just here just to be here for attendance or whatever. Where I grew up, you used to get yelled at for stuff like that. Like, you would get yelled at, you would get put in detention, like, you would get all sorts of things for that. You would get kicked out of class. The thing with that is too, this is crazy. Then they'll ask the questions that he just answered in class. Oh my goodness. Like, this one kid asked about the midterm. The professor went over the midterm 4 separate times already. He said, we're not gonna have a midterm. It's gonna be like an individual project, like a report. He went over it like 3 or 4 separate times, right? And then like towards the ends of the class, this one kid raised his hand. How's the midterm gonna be? Like, are we gonna have a midterm? Like, are you kidding me? If I was the professor, I would be like, did you listen to anything I said today? And then he also said, the second half of the class we're gonna be in groups we're gonna do like some sort of project or something, right? He said the groups are gonna be, there's 30 kids in here, so we'll have 5 or 6 groups. I'm gonna figure it out. Another question at the end of class. So, how big are the group sizes? These kids are gonna be engineers or are trying to be engineers. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. You can't sit down and listen for an hour. Can you let me over? I have to move over. You want me to crash into the cones? Yeah, those certain things kind of stuck out to me. I noticed things like that about class. And then there's like always the kids that just ask about the grade. Like, oh, well, what's the grade? How's the grading work? What's the, you know, that's the most important thing to me. It's like, you're not you know, why would you tell the professor the most important thing to you is about the grading? That means you're just going there just to go there, just to try to get your grade and get out, instead of actually trying to understand what's happening and learn about, you know, your field and stuff like that. Just got back from winter break. Me and my mother drove my friend's car from Colorado. Thought we would do like a little road trip. So we flew to Colorado, got her car. We drove 13 hours to Tempe, Arizona, where my school is. It was a pretty cool trip. We saw a bunch of landmarks and like stuff like that. The four corners where all four states meet, like New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Arizona. That was pretty cool. Yesterday, I would have honestly liked to come back one day earlier because my class started today on the 13th. We flew into Colorado the 11th or 12th. No, the 11th, and then we drove and got there on the 12th, which was yesterday, Sunday. And today's Monday, the 13th. So I didn't have a lot of time to do, like, when you go back home for a month and a half, you come back to school, like, you live on your own. I live in my own apartment. It's a one bed, one bath. It's like everything was clean before I left. I made sure of that, but just little things like make sure you're up to date on laundry. Then you have to go grocery shopping because you don't have anything. So you kind of stock up at the beginning of the semester or whatever. Basically spent all day yesterday grocery shopping. So we went to Sam's Club. Costco closed early because it was Sunday or something. So we went to Sam's Club. Steak, chicken, ground beef, the bare essentials for me. And then I go back and I freeze it in bags. We went to Trader Joe's. Listen, I'm not a Trader Joe's guy. It's kind of like a, I don't know if I would call it like a flamboyant store, but it's a very different store than what I'm used to back home. And they have them back home. But it's just like they have like oils everywhere. And like the people are super nice and they're very, you know, down to earth. I just go buy beef and eat it. And rice and potatoes and whatever. So Trader Joe's is like very different vibe of a store. But anyways, there's a couple things that I actually do like from Trader Joe's. It's just like, I don't know, I like big stuff. A lot of stuff there is very small portions. They had these things, baos. They're like, I guess they're dumplings, but they're called baos. I think it's the same thing. But they are so good. Like, I have to get them from there. I haven't found them anywhere else yet. They come in these little containers. One is purple, and that's the pork, I think. And then one's red, and that's the chicken. But they're so easy to make, and they're so good. You can make them, like, on a little stovetop or whatever. They already have, like, the juice in them. So, all you have to do, you can either put them on a stovetop, or for me, for convenience, they microwave. So it comes with a tray already. So you literally put the tray in the microwave for like 2 minutes. Boom. And you're ready to go. So I stacked up on those 3 boxes of the chicken ones and 3 boxes of the pork ones. So that's like one of the only things I get from Trader Joe's. I get that and the chicken wings. They're really good. I air fry them or put them in the oven. And they're really good. I'm not like a big fan of the chicken wings or even like the boneless wings at like Walmart or Costco or Sam's. I don't know. They kind of like, sometimes they're like rubbery, or when you cook them, like they're not really that crispy, I guess. But the ones from Trader Joe's turn out really good every time. Ooh, a little TRX. And then I went to Walmart. I like to get like some little things at Walmart that I wouldn't get at Sam's or Costco because I don't need it in bulk. So I got whole milk, bananas. I don't know why, but for some reason, the bananas that I usually get at Walmart are better than Costco or Sam's. Maybe at Costco or Sam's, they're out longer. I know Walmart has like a fast turnover rate. So I don't know. They seem to get really brown or stay like green too long at Costco and Sam's. I don't know. I eat one a day, so I need them to be just not ripe yet, or whatever the term is. Hard-boiled eggs, sometimes at Costco, at specific ones, you can find these big green containers, and they'll have like 30 hard-boiled eggs in them. I love that, but it's so hard to find for some reason. I went to like 4 different Costco's, and it's usually only at like 1, but they're always like sold out. So, but I haven't seen them in months. I end up just going to Walmart now. They come in packs of like 3 or packs of 6. Usually I'll get like 18, and I'll have that. Usually I have like 2 every morning with a banana. So it's just fast and easy protein when I'm on my way to class or whatever. That usually will last me like a week and a half, something like that. Week and a half. Sprite and Diet Coke and Gatorades too. I don't drink those. I like soda, but it's my New Year's resolution to not drink any soda unless I go out to like a restaurant or something as a special occasion. I keep my fridge stocked up with like Sprite, Diet Coke, and like 5 different kinds of Gatorades and water, just when I have like friends over or whatever, so they can drink whatever they want. I like to be a good host. So those will sit there for a while, so I don't have to buy more of those. This week is the first week of classes. Gotta get on top of my schedule, start off on a good note. I haven't worked out the last 3 days because I was like driving from Colorado and traveling and seeing my family before I left New York and just like busy stuff like that. I like to work out every day. I usually skip Sunday, but what happens is before I leave home, I like to see my family, and you kind of sometimes you have to sacrifice a little. You can either spend the time to see your family the last couple of days of home, or you can work out every day, but it's like I can just work out when I get back. So much more worth it to see family while you can. I might also try to get a job here. I do some things on the side. I like detail cars and stuff like that just for family and family friends here. I actually have aquarium with shrimp in it, like these little nano shrimp, and they breed, and you can actually sell them to people too. So sold a few shrimp to people that are interested in those. So that's kind of a cool little side hustle to try to. I build up money while working during breaks, so during the semester I can like just focus on school and get it done. But my last semester was the hardest semester of my entire life. Taking thermal fluids was the hardest class I've ever taken in engineering. Some people say it's the hardest class ever to take in your engineering curriculum. I'm not taking that this semester, and that was 5 classes, and this time I only need 4 now. That's just how it worked out in my grad plan, because I take some during the summer to like get ahead or whatever it is. I'm wondering if the workload will possibly be easier than last semester, so I might have time to get a job during the weekend. I don't have class Friday, so I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So I'm trying to get a job like at a car dealer or something like that has to do with cars, because that's what the field I'm going to go into. It's hard to find work for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, and I can't work during the week because my classes are kind of like so all over the place during the week. It would never really work out. I've applied to like a bunch of dealerships. I applied to Scottsdale Ferrari. It was a service valet, and it's just like you fill the cars up with gas, you rearrange the parking lot, you pull them into the showroom, like all that type of stuff. You might detail them a little bit. And they wanted to interview me, but it didn't work out because I'm applying part-time, and a lot of these places are like, oh, well, we need somebody Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. To me, I mean, maybe that's like technically part-time, but to me, I'm like, how is that part-time? Like, part-time job to me is like something that you're using to have a little bit of income while you obtain your actual goal as a career, whether you're in school or, you know, whatever the situation is. So how that's a part-time job, I'm not really sure. I know it's not like technically full-time, I guess, but every day except Saturday and Sunday to me sounds full-time, but maybe that's just kind of like me in my head. My dad works 8-hour days Monday through Sunday, sometimes, usually Saturday, but sometimes he even works on Sunday. So that's full-time. But, you know, hopefully I can do something like that. Even though I built up money, you know, for the semester, just to supplement during the semester, because I don't like to see, there's like this thing in my head where I don't like to see my money going down without also going up at the same time, so like maintaining like a steady thing. So it's kind of hard for me mentally because, you know, my money just goes like this during the semester, which is what it's supposed to do. That's why I built it up during the break, but I don't like that. I also like to add money to my Roth. I like to here and there throw 25 bucks in it or whatever. If I could just get a little part-time job on the weekend, I could continue adding money here and there to my Roth and building up money while bringing it down a little bit, you know, during the semester, going out or getting food or, you know, just college stuff. Now I'm going to go back. I'm gonna eat something, then go to the gym. I'll probably look into the class I just had to make sure, you know, I'm getting ahead. Download the software stuff I gotta download and everything. I'll take a look at my other classes too before I go to them, just to see like kind of what you're getting into, prepare yourself a little. Second class I was supposed to have later today, the professor had an injury or something, she said. So it's gonna be on a Zoom, which is nice for me because now I can drive back to my apartment and do whatever I gotta do today. But I was gonna have to stay in Poly campus for like 6 hours or something, and I don't have any work to do yet. So I don't know, that probably would have been a little boring. Zoom class later, MAT 343. It's linear algebra or something like that. Sounds like a super easy class, but all the prereqs for that math class are pre-calc, which I took, calc 1, which I took, calc 2, which I took, calc 3, which I took, calc 4, or some people call it differential equations, which I took. Those are all the prereqs to this linear algebra class, which is pretty crazy because it sounds the opposite. But then I have a CAD modeling class, which I think is tomorrow. Another engineering class, it's automotive powertrains and thermal systems, which sounds pretty cool. Yeah, those are my 4 classes this semester. We will see how it goes, but it should be a good semester. I'm excited about it. Maybe I'll put the GoPro like right here on me or something, because I take my electric skateboard to the gym because it's right down the street, and ASU charges like $500 per parking pass, and I already have one for the Poly campus. So if I got one here, that would be like even more money to spend. My apartment is like not even a mile from the school gym where I go. And I mean, it wouldn't be a lot of gas or miles on the car, but I do have like 800 miles on that skateboard just from going back and forth to the gym. So yeah, it works out pretty good. Just got to grab all my workout stuff, grab my skateboard, and off to the gym we go. It seems like in my college town and on my street specifically, there is always construction work going on. Always a new apartment building, always a new shop, always something going on. It's kind of cool though. It reminds me of home because my dad does construction and I grew up all around that stuff. So all the buildings here on the right are all dorm buildings. Now we're pulling up to the gym, which is on the left there. There's basketball courts upstairs. Now these are all frat tables. The first week back of the semester, I've noticed the frats, I think they call it hazing. They try to recruit, or maybe they call it recruitment, I'm not sure, but they try to recruit kids to their frats. It's pretty funny because they kind of sit there and they give out like they're like these little free food coupons, like, oh, free, one kid said to me, free food and free booze, pull up to the part or something. But it's funny because you gotta wonder what their criteria is for who they ask to be in the frat. Shout out to this guy right here for saying what's up to the camera. I just strapped my GoPro to my arm. Wasn't exactly sure if anybody was gonna notice, but yeah, he said what's up, so shout out to him. Not exactly into the whole frat thing. Just never really been my thing, the frat parties and all that. So I never had interest in joining one. But to each their own, everybody has their own thing. So now we're going by all these huge apartment buildings on my street. I kind of live on the second half of campus where it's mainly shorter buildings. There's a couple 10 stories, but they're all mainly about 5 stories. The other side of campus is all more skyscraper style buildings, but they're skinnier. So yeah, this is my dad on the phone. If my grandkids are watching, or my kids,
Hello?
I mean, this is your grandpa. Hello?
Hello?
What's up?
How was school today?
Just got back from the gym. So now I'm gonna do a little organizing. So, you know, kind of got a little bit going on here. Doesn't seem like a lot, but stresses me out. So I'm gonna organize a little bit. Protein shake after the gym is a must. I just gotta admit, man, people don't tell you how much work it is to live by yourself. I mean, cleaning all the time, like you're running in between classes, so you're throwing stuff everywhere, taking the garbage out all the time, doing the dishes all the time, doing your own laundry all the time, just generally cleaning and vacuuming and wiping down all the time. It's a lot of work. Alright, I gotta cook something. I'm hungry. I just had a protein shake. Need to eat lunch, so let's see what we got here. Went shopping yesterday. That's what I'm talking about right here. Iced tea, Diet Coke, Sprite, all different Gatorades. Got my milk. Got some apple juice. A head of lettuce I could cut. Hard-boiled eggs, protein yogurts, protein shakes. Yeah. Most of the stuff I eat's all in here. Got chicken wings, got steaks, got let's see, chicken breast down there, bunch of ground beef here, got steakums, got chicken skewers in there, pizza rolls. I'll probably just make pizza rolls, to be honest. I got my dumplings up here I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna eat some pizza rolls. Easy to cook and eat between classes. The old pizza rolls right now. Here we go. Wait for this slow-mo. Ready? Ready? And boom. Look at that. And boom. Beautiful. Eating the pizza rolls up. Gotta have my whole milk. You know how it goes. Now I am in my first linear algebra class, and I just gotta tell you something. Paying attention to online class is very difficult. I'm sure a lot of the people know who had to take classes during COVID. It is just very hard to, keep your attention span there just listening to a voice talk while trying to learn. So, yeah, now I'm doing some practice problems, eating some snacks in between, got to keep it healthy. Okay, I just finished class and showered before that. And now sun is setting. So I think I might do a little time lapse. I think for this being a time lapse on my GoPro that I stuck to my balcony, it turned out pretty cool. The street I live on, it's not exactly on campus, but it's very close to campus. So as you can see, a lot of traffic going on. You can also see the construction from the crane that we went by earlier on my skateboard. But that crane is going for a long time, and you can see the spotlights now. They go pretty much all night. It's pretty impressive, to be honest, but just goes to show. Deadlines, man. People got to get their stuff done. Also, little tram on my street. Pretty cool. It does beep pretty late, but I think it's pretty cool. Alright, now we're lighting up the old grill. Gotta make dinner. Heating her up. And we got some chicken skewers. Putting them on the top shelf. I didn't want them to burn. If I put them on the bottom, too bad. So, yeah, now I'm flipping them. Gotta tell you, man, chicken skewers from Costco, so good. They're already on a skewer. And all you gotta do is grill them for like probably 10 minutes. I think they're already pre-cooked, but just good protein. Tastes really good. The char from the grill just adds some good flavor to it. Look at that right there. Beautiful. I like to watch a little bit of TV before I go to sleep, but that was the first day of my college semester of junior year. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I know my mom's going to be watching this because she's like my biggest supporter. So, hi, Mom.